your privilege sparked a necessary conversation. We are gonna have a lesson on the proper use of hashtags about lives mattering.
Aw, do we have to?
Quiet!
Fuck.
Shut the fuck up for the 50th billionth time!
You're fucking a white male!
This is the Booze and Bullshit Show. Shit happens, and we make fun of it.
Thanks, Mario, I guess!
And today I'm going to be talking about Seriously.tv. I don't know how they could be fucking serious with this shit that they're putting out, but let's just get it over with, I guess.
All right, class. How are you doing this morning?
Professor, that shirt's offensive. Don't hashtag all lives matter.
Hey, did she just call my shirt offensive? Wait, she's talking about the professor's shirt, isn't she? Yeah, it's pretty racist. You know, I find it really funny that they can actually portray us, who are critical of Black Lives Matters, as being whiny, when really it just seems like they're the ones doing all the whining.
No, you can't say all lives matter because, like, you know, Black lives are the only ones who are being, like, attacked, you know? Even though, like, twice the number of white people are killed by cops every year. But shut up, that doesn't fit our narrative.
All right. See? I was gonna give a lesson on how calculus is not even a thing.
Way to show your intelligence. Saying something that is very commonly known to be true and actually exist, you're saying it doesn't exist. Yeah, why don't I just say, I'm doing a lesson about how water does not exist. And then I'm going to start to preach to you about how you are being racist. Because, yeah, you're pretty much discrediting yourself by starting off with something like that. But then again, I'm aware that that was your very lousy attempt at being humorous. It's only funny in that it's cringy and how bad it is. But I don't think that's the kind of joke you're going for. Then again, that does seem to be the theme of this video. So maybe you were.
But your privilege sparked a necessary conversation. We are gonna have a lesson on the proper use of hashtags about lives mattering.
Aw, do we have to?
Quiet!
Quiet, I'm here to tell you how racist you are.
First up, Black Lives Matter is a direct response to racism in this country.
Actually, it's kind of founded by black racists who don't like white people, and they look at the narrative on TV and they see only black people being killed by cops, when really double the number of white people are killed by cops. Yeah, they're kind of fed this false narrative because you don't see any white people getting killed by cops unless it's a fucking, like, major news story, like, yeah, I can't actually think of any, come to think of it. But no, there's tons of black people, but when you look at statistics, yeah, it's double the number of white people being killed. So isn't it racist to not include the double number of white people who are shot and killed by cops every year? Because you never fucking hear about that ever. No, but when a black person gets shot, it's all over the fucking news and everyone's crying about it and saying, Black Lives Matter, let's kill the cops. Oh, whoa. Yeah, that's the most logical solution there, right?
The movement was formed right after Trayvon Martin was killed and his killer was acquitted.
Well, you see, there's the concept of innocent until proven guilty, and because there's not enough evidence to convict him, they weren't able to give him a guilty verdict. But yeah, given the amount of trouble he's been in after that trial concluded, yeah, he probably should have been put in jail at that point. But you know what, if the facts aren't presented at the trial, then there's not much you can do, and that's the fault of Trayvon's lawyer. I mean, people are saying the same thing about how OJ should have been put in jail. Yeah, I mean, it's the same fucking thing, except he was black, so that's the way the system works. It's not racist.
Since and before then, black people have been killed by cops and vigilantes and going unpunished. Sam, put that phone away before a Pokemon goes out the window and you will not find it.
Pokemon goes out the window. Wow, that's so funny. Shit. You know, I wish he was just playing a character where he's, like, trying to do, like, lame teacher jokes, but no, I actually think this guy thinks this is funny. Really, I honestly do. If you see some of the other videos, they are just as fucking lame when he's not playing a teacher. I think he honestly thinks this is funny. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Now, I will tell you what Black Lives Matter is not. It's not anti-cop. It's not anti-white.
Hey guys, it's not anti-white. It's not anti-cop. I mean, like, really, look at this. Well, guess I kind of spoke too soon there, huh?
It's not a hate group.
Well, you could have fooled me, huh?
This is a hate group.
Because it's only a hate group if you hate black people. I mean, gosh. Don't you realize that?
I mean, I suppose it could be other minorities like gay people or something like that, but if you're a straight white male, hate groups don't exist.
You gotta love those double standards now, don't you?
Black Lives Matter are not planting black fist statues on white people's lawns, setting them on fire, and running off into the night.
No, they're just chanting for dead cops in the streets, and they're causing riots, and yeah, I wonder what would classify them as a hate group.
What about All Lives Matter?
All Lives Matter just co-ops Black Lives Matter. It's for people that refuse to acknowledge that racism is a huge problem in our country.
Or they just kind of disagree with the facts that you are saying. You know, like saying facts that are contradictory to what you're saying. Yeah. That's also another possibility now, isn't it, huh? You know, I find it really odd that All Lives Matter can suddenly be made into racist against black people. I understand black people feel they're the only ones who have these problems. But guess what? Lots of people have all different kinds of problems, and it's not just because of your race. You saying only Black Lives Matter discredits everyone else's problems because you're saying yours are the only ones that matter, or you're the only one who have real problems. Everybody else, those are just superficial things that just don't matter at all, no. So how about instead of looking at this as some race issue, how about looking at it as a police reform issue where they're actually held accountable, they have body cameras on, and they are responsible for their illegal actions. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. All these protections put in place would save it for everybody. But saying only Black Lives Matter is fucking racist as fuck.
Mark, scream I'm drowning.
I'm
we all could be drowning.
But
we all could be drowning.
Yeah, I hardly consider that the same thing. It's more like the black person saying, I'm drowning, and then the white person saying, I'm drowning, and then the person in the lifeboat's going, well, you know, black people, they can't really swim, so yeah, we should just pull them out. Leave the white guy, he can swim. White people statistically can swim a lot better than black people. It's ridiculous.
You see how your issue is not being addressed? An All Lives Matter person has no empathy.
Says the guy who does not give a fuck about white people having the same problems that black people have, but no, he just wants to assume that only black people have them. Now ain't that a fucking mouthful of strawmans, for fuck's sake? Shit.
Here's a situation you can use All Lives Matter. At the DMV.
Yeah, something I actually agree with. Fuck the DMV.
At long lines at Chipotle. Oh, All Lives Matter then.
Why would All Lives Matter at Chipotle of all places? Is it because everybody who goes through the line and gets food always has an end result of being brown and bloody? I think in that case we should just do all toilet lives matter.
And college debt. We are going to be in college debt for the rest of our lives. All of us. All lives matter.
You know, I would so be that guy playing on my phone, listening to this guy's racist rants and shit like that. Fuck. Maybe this is my privilege speaking here, but I don't have any college debt, and yes, I do have a college degree. But, of course, you'll probably just attribute that to me being white. But, you know what? I don't fucking care. I shouldn't feel guilty for actually doing what I'm supposed to in life.
What about Blue Lives Matter? Don't cops' lives matter?
Blue lives do matter. Of course the police officers matter.
You did see that video earlier when I had Black Lives Matter people protesting about how they want dead cops, didn't you? Right. You'll just ignore that and go with your own rhetoric. Okay. Sure. Great.
But when a police officer is killed, his killer is brought to justice quickly. Done. But a victim of police brutality, their killer is sent home with paid leave for further investigation, even though there's a videotape in HD.
I hate to be a dick. Well, actually, I kind of enjoy it, but that's beside the point. But HD isn't really a videotape unless you're doing HDV. But then again, that's my nerd side coming out, so yeah. But I actually do agree with you that cops need to be held responsible. There's video of this stuff, but it doesn't just happen to black people. That's just what you see on TV, because that's the narrative that the media wants to push. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Because looking at statistics, there's double the number of people, white people, killed by cops than there are black people. So Obviously, those videos are somewhere. And you can turn around and say, oh, well, proportionately, that it's much higher for black people. Okay, well, they're also proportionally higher to commit crimes based on crime statistics. You could say, oh, well, they're just finding more crimes and they're doing false accusations against them. But the fact is that black people tend to have lower incomes. They tend to live in lower income areas. So therefore, there's higher crime in those areas. And that's where there's more of a police presence. And that's why there are more cops arresting black people. Wow! I fucking solved the whole fucking riddle here, yeah. But no, you'll just stick to the narrative that it's racist, that's why. Yeah, that's the easy answer.
You can see everything. Here's a situation where you could use Blue Lives Matter.
Ooh, I just can't wait.
When your favorite Smurf is killed.
Oh no, not Nigga Smurf.
Blue Lives Matter. Or when a member of the Blue Man Group is missing. And I hope that doesn't happen because I have tickets tonight and they were very expensive.
I love this guy in the background. He just like makes shrugs like, I don't fucking care. This is just stupid. Because that's exactly what I would do. Well, that's what I am doing. But yeah, I can't believe how bad these jokes are. I know I've made a point of addressing it before, but fuck.
Black lives. Black Lives Matter does not mean my life is more valued than yours. It just means I would love my life and other black people's life to be equal as yours, and yours.
I'm not denying that there are racists out there, but there's not a whole systemic system in place anymore. There's actually lots of advantages, both socially and economically, that black people will get that white people just don't. So to discredit white people for having problems, discrediting other people for suffering, you're saying you're the only ones who suffer, and that makes your life seem more valuable in the way that you're perceiving it and the way that you're saying it. And then when you have racists in the Black Lives Matter groups chanting for dead cops, and they're killing cops, and they're actually doing all these fucking things like rioting and looting and stuff like that, you are associating yourself with these crazy people, whether you believe what they believe or not, but they are attached to the same movement that you are. And that's the way things are. I really think that you need to look at this movement, seriously look at it, and look at more facts, because honestly, I don't think you have. I really don't. Ultimately, it doesn't matter what Black Lives Matter means to you. It matters the actions of those involved in the group. Anyways, this is the Booze and Bullshit Show. Shit happens and we make fun of it. If you guys like these videos, you can subscribe for more content. You can give it a like. You can do all that shit. You know what to do, because like every single video you watch probably has someone saying something like this at the end of the video, right? Yeah. I do have a new t-shirt out. It's called Package Pride, and it's about how when you're a white person and you say you're proud to be white, and you're called racist, but when black people or any other people say they're proud of their race, everybody's just so congratulatory. So why don't you guys check out my shirt? If you like it, you can buy it with the links in the description or on the annotation. You can check out some of my previous videos like Listen Up Lazy Black Person, which is a response to a video called Listen Up Lazy White Person, so I'm not being racist against them. Also, White Person responds to 24 questions from black people, and also my video, Yes, All White People Are Racist. What the fuck is she talking about? Once again, this is the Booze and Bullshit Show. Shit happens, and we make fun of it. I'm sorry I didn't get a video out last week, but I was at an interracial wedding, actually. That's the truth. See, I'm not racist, but they think I am, because I don't agree with them. Great. Anyways, I will catch you guys next week with another video. Be sure to subscribe, and do all that shit you know what to do.